Hi, you guys. Good morning. Thank you for joining me this morning and being on time and coming prepared with your laptops. I appreciate it every time you guys do that. So, we've been reading The Outsiders, and we got through chapter 1. We're getting ready to dive into chapter 2, you guys. But the first thing I want to do is go over our essential question for today. So, our essential question is, how were the 1960s similar or different from 2021? So a big jump, right? 1960s to 2021. I'm going to show you my Google Slides, and we're going to kind of talk about the 1960s so I can get you familiar with it. Because you guys weren't born in the 1960s, right? You guys were born in the 2000s, right? So let's kind of go over that. So we're going to go over this slide. So there's some interesting words in The Outsiders. A lot of words that you may or may not have heard of. So the first one is a gas. So it just means a lot of fun. Anybody have a word that you guys use now that means a lot of fun? Leo, I know you're thinking. Let me know if something comes up. We'll keep going over all of these words, but go ahead.
Awesome.
Awesome. So something might be fun, it might be awesome, right? So that's kind of a word that you guys use today. Or cool, right? The next one is all show and no go. This just means a car that had a lot of goodies on it, maybe chrome wheels, things like that, but it wouldn't move, right? It wouldn't even go anywhere. So that's something that you guys probably don't use today at all. It's a really old statement. The next one is bad. Now this is not the bad that you guys are familiar with. This is the bad that like, hey, this is cool, this is awesome, right? Not bad like negative or, oh, that's not good, right? The next one is bag. It means to steal. So here's an example. Who bagged my towel? So another one, what's a word that you guys can think of that might mean steal nowadays? I don't know if you guys are familiar with any words. I'm trying to think of some too from 2021.
Example?
Yeah. Something with the word that maybe you guys use now for steal.
Someone bagged my lunch pail.
Bagged your lunch pail. Okay, so you're thinking of an example for bag, which is good. I'm glad that you did that as an example. So that's good. You were understanding, Alexander. We'll come back to that one. I know there's you guys have some different vocabulary that even I grew up with. But the next one is cruising. So this one, you might still hear this term. It just means driving up and down the street looking for races, girls, guys. So you're basically just driving in your car, cruising along. You're looking for the highness or the high nose. Alexis is laughing. So, the next one is deuce. I think you guys have used deuce in different ways. So like now when we hear deuce, sometimes we think of it as a weapon.
I know.
But this deuce is talking about a 1932 Ford, so a very old car. The next one after that is dude. Now I know you guys have heard of dude, and sometimes we might call our friends dude, but this dude actually means a geek or a nerd, or like kind of a nerdy person, right? So a different, completely different meaning, right? Here's one that you guys might be familiar with is pad. Someone's house. Have you guys ever heard of that before? Raise your hand if you've heard that before. Pad. I'm going to so-and-so's pad today. No?
No.
I know you guys will probably hear this more when you get to junior high, but maybe even high school. When I was in high school, we would say, oh, I'm gonna go to Lisa's pad. And we knew right away they were talking about someone's house. But this word actually goes all the way back to the 1960s. Okay, let's go. So those are just some of the words that we're gonna be using for chapter 2. Okay, here we go. 1960s music. So do any of these people look familiar to you?
No.
Alexander, I might have you move just a little bit this way so we can see. There's one picture that's kind of hard to see. I'm not sure if you guys even know who that is. But Leo, is there someone that you've seen before that's on here?
Elvis.
Elvis, of course, right? So we have Elvis, and then we have Frank Sinatra. You guys have probably not heard of this guy before, but this is Chubby Checker. So he was a singer back in the 1960s. And then we have Have you guys heard of the Beatles?
Yeah.
So the Beatles, you guys have probably still heard of. You guys have heard of Drake, right?
Not
He
really.
says he's got more slaps than a Beatle, right?
Oh.
Or the Beatles. So he makes references to it. So that just means he's got more songs than the Beatles. And the Beatles were a big hit. They had tons of music. So this is the 1960s music. Then we have the Everly Brothers down here, which you may have not heard of them. So that's just a little bit of insight in the 1960s for the music. The next one are the movies from the 1960s. So I don't even know if you guys have even heard of these. But there is one you may or may not have, but Psycho. It's an old movie. So
What?
you may or may have not heard of that, but we have the Magnificent Seven, we have the Time Machine, and we have the Man from the Alamo. So these are just some really old films. They might be on Netflix, or if you have cable television, you might see some of these movies playing from time to time. Okay, next slide. All right, here is our fashion. Girls, these are the things you might be wearing. Gentlemen, these might be the things that you might be wearing during the 1960s. So if you notice, and it's kind of coming back in style, and it was actually back in style when I was in high school, bell-bottom pants.
Wow.
Raise your hand if you've heard or seen bell-bottom pants. Leo, Isabella, Alexis. No, Alexander, you
Well, I saw pants, but I don't know what.
They're just kind of they might start slim and then they kind of come out.
I
so
don't
they're just
know.
big at the bottom. That's okay. That's okay. That's why we're gonna go over all this stuff so that way you can kind of become more familiar and see. So you see how they very different, right? Very different. But these trends seem to keep kind of coming back in style. So the 90s, they kind of dress like the 60s and the 70s, and now it's kind of making its way back along with the other styles that are familiar today. So let's see, what else do we got? So we got cars and trucks in the 1960s. So pretty cool, right? We got the Mustang, we got a Chevy truck there. Here's an old police car. I think this might be a Ford truck.
That's a Ford.
Yeah.
Where's
No, you know, so you know your car.
Where's the
That's awesome.
Tesla?
No Tesla. There's no Tesla, Alexander. Isn't that crazy? So that's something that we're gonna see in 2021, right? So that's a difference, right, for cars.
What is the first car?
You know what? I think it's the Model T, but that was a long, long time ago, way before the 1960s, Alexander. Here are some headlines. So I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with some of these people, but there's a man, I think he was from the Soviet Union or from Russia, and he made his way to space. We have John F. Kennedy when he became president, so this is the article that talks about that. And then we have the Berlin Wall, which you guys will probably learn in world history when you guys get on to high school. You guys know what this is?
Biden Coca-Cola.
It does have Coca-Cola on it, but it's a yo-yo. These became popular in the 1960s. So everybody was it was a yo-yo craze. That's what they called it. So they were all into the yo-yos back then. So there's a couple things. Okay, so I want you, so you saw that there was pictures of different people in here. You saw that there was cars, there was movies, there was things like that. There's some things that we can relate to, and there's some things that we don't relate to, right? What I'm gonna have you guys do, so go ahead and open up your computers. We're gonna you guys have the choice to do a Word doc, or you can do a Google Doc, or you can do a Google slide. And I will come around and I will help you guys. We're gonna look for 2 advertisements, okay? It has to have a person in it. So an advertisement, you guys, like when you watch a Pepsi commercial or a McDonald's commercial and there's a person in it, that's an advertisement. It could be cologne, it could be clothing, it could be anything. But you're gonna look for 2 advertisements. You're going to look at it and decide how are they acting, what kind of person they might be, and you're gonna end up answering these questions here, you guys. What are some differences between both of the advertisements? maybe one person is dressed differently or dressed more like a rocker, and the other person is dressed more. Remember we were talking about rock and rap? Maybe one looks like a rapper, one looks like a rocker, right? Then what ideals are created? So what do you think they're trying to tell you here? A lot of times, they're promoting things, right? They're trying to get you guys to buy something, or they're trying to say that people look better with this outfit on, right? So what are some ideals they're creating? And what is the identity that is created? So does this person look nice? Do they look mean? Do they look cool? What is their identity, right? And then I want you to tell me, can you relate to them? Maybe you're like, oh, they look like they're a really nice person. I'm a nice person, right? Or maybe they're dressed really cool and that's how I dress. But we'll talk about this. And then, are they true to you, or are they like you in any way? Okay? If they're not like you at all, then tell me, this person is nothing like me. I dress like this, I act like this person looks like they act like this, or dress like this, right?
Or just like her.
So I'm gonna keep these up, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around. I know you guys are just learning the basics on Google, so I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna help you. So let's start with Isabel, and then I'm gonna go around you guys. If you already know how to get there, go ahead and do so. So here,
Slide.
you see these dots right here? It looks like a waffle. Now, do you want to do a slide, or do you want to just do a regular dot? A dot? Okay. So what this means, Isabella, is you're just going to have to look for your advertisements online, okay? So right here, what's an advertisement that maybe you've seen before?
Pretty much McDonald's.
McDonald's? Okay. So we can look for McDonald's advertisements, sure.
McDonald's?
Yeah, it's always on TV.
I want.
So we would go in here into images, so you would type up what you're going to look for your advertisement. You're going to look for your image here. You could look up restaurants. Now, there's nobody here, right? There's nobody.
Oh my god.
I don't know if these are. Let's see. McDonald's with people. We can put 2021 and see if there's anybody in there.
Oh,
I have a question.
Yes.
Can you put like any character?
As long as it's school appropriate. So depending on, what do you mean character?
Can it be games?
It could be a game commercial as long as a person's in it. But don't worry guys, I'm gonna come around and I'm gonna help you so that way.
What about
Look
like
it.
Mario?
So here's a Super Bowl one. This one has some people in it, right? You could use this one. So you would just right click this button right here, Isabella. Oh, where'd it go? To YouTube. Okay, so
we're
let's,
watching YouTube.
let's see if I can find a picture instead. Oh look, is this a picture maybe?
Ah.
I think this is a picture. It's not, it's, okay, here we go. Let's see if it'll let me. Sometimes they let you and then you can. Let's try another way. Let's experiment a little bit. I'm gonna have you guys, actually I'm gonna have you guys all do Google Slides for right now, just to practice.
Go on Google
So-
Slides.
Go to Google Slides,
You have to go Google Slides first.
and then I'm gonna show you something really
Okay.
neat.
Go Google Slides.
Actually, before I have you guys do this, I'm gonna show you something really quick on my computer so you guys have a better understanding, okay? I'm gonna open up a new slide so I can show you how to use Google
cool.
Slides.
That is nice. Why are
Okay.
there too many slides?
So I went to Google Slides, and how I did that was, let me go back here. Let me open this up. So I'm in Google, right? You see this little waffle house, or a little waffle right here? You click on the waffle, and you're gonna just scroll down here, you guys, and you're gonna look for slides. Slides are gonna be the yellow one, okay? You're gonna click on that, and then you see right here where it says blank, and has a little plus sign in it. Everybody do that now. So Let's see if I can help you make sure you guys, okay, so you're on Google Slides, very good. Alexander, okay, good. You guys are all on Google Slides. So you open up your Google Slide. And we want to look for some advertisements, right? So you see this word right here? This means insert. Click on that. And then you're going to click on the first thing right here where it says image. Don't click on it, just kind of move your mouse to it. Then, then you're going to go down here. This means search from the web, okay? So you're going to find things online. So click on that. And then you should have a little bar come up like this that says Google. And let's say I'm going to do cologne advertisements, okay? Hope I can spell this correct. For men. Okay, do you see now that all my pictures come up?
Yeah.
I'm going to do a cologne picture, and here's a man and a woman, right? I'm going to bring them over here. Now, it might be really big at first,
Whoa.
okay? So, what you can do is you can resize it and we can shrink it and make it a little bit smaller. So just get one of the corners right here and then use your mouse to make it smaller, okay? So there's one of my advertisements. This may not be an advertisement you guys want, okay? I want you to have fun with this, but don't worry, if that's not the one for you, don't choose this one. But when we look at this picture, what comes to mind? What do you think this cologne's gonna do for this guy? Do you think that he's gonna end up getting a girlfriend? Raise your hand. Alexis, do you think so?
Yeah.
What do you think? She's gonna like him better?
Oh
Yeah.
god. She smells so
This
better.
is gang done.
Okay, so that's what I mean by looking at these ads. Let's look at them and think to ourselves, what are they trying to tell us? Okay? So now I could do, give me another example, someone.
Huh? What?
Give me another example, maybe another advertisement I could look up. You guys are on this McDonald's, you love McDonald's, huh?
Get it? McDonald's.
Let's see if we can find one.
McDonald's advertise.
Just
Why
make
is
sure,
it green?
just make sure that if you're gonna use McDonald's, try to look for people in it, okay?
McDonald's.
Oh, look.
Okay.
Here you go. Here's a young lady. How do you think she feels about McDonald's?
She's happy because she's hungry.
She is happy, right? She is loving McDonald's right now, right? So that's what you're gonna do. So look for an advertisement. Make sure it has a real person in it. So Leo, I know you're looking at anime stuff, but we gotta do real people, okay?
Okay.
So
Real
person.
people? No.
And then don't worry, if you guys need help deleting anything, then
Yeah. Like anytime.
so it could be a movie commercial. It could be
McDonald's. Okay.
it could be McDonald's, it could be Burger King, it could be Taco Bell, it could be cologne, it could be perfume, it could be clothing.
It can be games.
Oh, that too.
As long as it's a real person and okay, so you go
Like
here,
what is a
insert.
voice? How act like a voice?
Mhm.
The voice actor?
The voice actor?
Yeah.
If he's doing a commercial, you probably could, if you can find that.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the
No.
voice actor like in the game.
Michael
Okay,
Jackson.
Who do you want to look for?
Michael Jackson. There you go.
Who's Michael Jackson?
You're trying to do the McDonald's
Michael
still?
Jackson. Who's
Shoe
Michael?
commercials.
Ew,
You could do
ugly.
you could do an athlete in a shoe commercial.
Michael Jackson.
You could do Nikes. You could do Reeboks. You could do Adidas, Pumas.
What about a football player?
You could if there's a football
It's
player.
a human, yeah.
As long as it's an advertisement, Leo. So if he's selling something or
Princess?
has selling a product, then yes, we could do that.
What about the princess act? The princess.
The princess?
Yeah, the princess.
How do you spell Patrick?
That who voice act.
A
The voice
SpongeBob.
act? Well, let's see if we can find this person in the advertisement. So do you know the person? What's her name? You don't know? Okay. Let's look up advertisements and see if we get a bunch of different things.
I don't know all people voice actors.
What are you gonna do for yours?
Oh, look at this Coca-Cola. You could even do Coke and Pepsi commercials.
Oh.
Is there princess commercials?
Let's see if there's a princess commercial.
What if there was?
Princess advertising.
Hello
No,
Kitty,
I put
man.
something
I
else.
like Hello Kitty.
You like Hello Kitty?
No.
Oh, you don't like Hello Kitty.
I was like,
It's
damn.
I don't know what my brother put on the Hello Kitty image. My brother. I don't know.
That does not.
How about we do?
What is that?
I'm not sure.
Look.
What about
That's good.
Patrick Mahomes.
what's your favorite kind of soda?
Zero sugar.
Zero sugar?
Yeah.
But for any type of soda?
Oh no.
Like do you like Pepsi or Coke?
Oh no.
I like Pepsi.
Pepsi?
Yes.
Okay, let's look up Pepsi.
Why some say why some people like Pepsi?
Let's just say.
How do you spell
Because
it's so refreshing. Patrick?
Mm-hmm.
Patrick
Oh,
Smart.
okay.
What does it start with? Yes.
P-A. Okay. Patrick.
Okay, let's
Patrick Star. I forgot how to.
There's a lot.
What is?
There's no people.
Mahomes.
Let's see, Pepsi commercial with, or advertisement. Let's put Pepsi advertisement.
Pepsi
What's the famous
advertisement.
football player?
I'm lazy.
He inspired.
I'm lazy at doing this.
That's. Okay.
What is
And
that?
it could be, and you guys, like, I'm noticing that there's old and there's new commercials. It doesn't matter. I'm okay with you going from any part of the century.
That
okay?
looks ugly.
So,
I don't even know his name.
let's see if we can find one. Maybe more today if you want.
Oh no. NBA. Mr. Lola, how do you delete it?
Oh, look at celebrity. They had celebrities in here too.
Oh.
Ooh.
You need help deleting it?
Yeah. Can you delete it?
I don't even know.
And then you just push backspace.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna go put Kobe somewhere.
I'll be right over there. I'm gonna get his Pepsi commercial. Okay, so we'll put her in here.
Kobe Bryant.
This for now. She's doing. It looks like she's doing a Pepsi commercial.
What is that?
No, that's not a Pepsi.
Why? Why does it say that? It's not.
Are you looking for where the search?
Michael Jordan.
Okay. Let me help her find the
Go.
search. Go ahead
I
and look
know
through
you
here,
know.
Alexander. See if there's one that sticks out to you.
I like his jersey.
And then let me go in here. So
Why
we're
do they
gonna go
name
into insert
Pepsi?
right here?
The girl.
And then
Pepsi
this
girl.
is image. And we're gonna search on the web.
This one.
So now you can type in, you can say Pepsi or Coke or granola
Go.
bars, cereal, right? You guys can look up cereal advertisements if you want to.
kind of studying how to spell this.
Go.
Baseball. Okay, I'm gonna put Michael Jordan.
I don't know.
So
Donald Trump.
it is about time for us to get wrapped up. It will save for you, so go ahead and close your laptops. I'm gonna let it save for you. We're gonna come back to this and we're gonna complete this probably tomorrow, and I'll have you answer the questions. Hopefully we'll have a little bit of time to do that, and then we're gonna be jumping into chapter 2, you guys, okay? Do you have any questions for me? Okay, all right, you guys. So go ahead, get your laptops, and then I'm gonna have you guys go get your hole punch cards, and we'll get your hole punches today, okay?
Very